Hello and welcome to another episode of the Aroused Podcast. I'm so excited you are here. And today I'm talking about how to survive a long distance relationship with ease. So I have 11 tips for you on how to make long distance not seem so long distance. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Warning, the following presentation is intended for mature audiences. It includes stigma topics like sex, addictions, mental illness, adult dialogue, and strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's dive into all the goodness already. I know this is what you're here for. So number 1, do a video call once a week. Long distance is hard enough. And one of the amazing things now that we are in, the 21st century, especially ever since iPhones and video chats have become a big thing now, especially since last year, and Zoom calls have been this huge thing. Video calls are so important in any long distance relationship because you can't see each other on a regular basis. When you live in the same city, even if you don't see each other all the time, you might be 20, 30 minutes away. If you live long distance, whether it's in the same province, state, country, or if it's across seas, it's really hard to see that other person. And doing a video call makes you feel like you're physically with that other person. You can see their face, see all those verbal and nonverbal cues. You can see them smile, the way that they look at you, what they're doing, and it makes you feel that much closer to them in many different aspects without having to go anywhere. Number 2, get a toy for yourself. I had recently discovered that there are more sex toys for men than I realized. Obviously, the number one thing that men use is their own hand, but there are fleshlights. If you don't know what a fleshlight is, it's also called a pocket pussy. There's like the mouth, the pussy, and then the ass version. There's also different masturbating toys that, like this one, they're called eggs, and there's different patterns of silicone on the inside to give different feelings and sensations in it. And then if you're a woman, there are so many different things. Just off the top of my head, there's vibrators, there's dildos, rabbits, nipple clamps, butt plugs, vaginal beads. There are so many. I'm not even going to list them because I'd be talking just straight for 5 minutes on so many different ones. Number 3, send an unexpected gift in the mail. This one is super cute. It can be like a little care package. It doesn't have to be anything super fancy or expensive. It can be their favorite snack. You can include a little handwritten note, a picture of you. To anyone listening that's in my generation, the millennials, and it's okay, well, we could just text a picture. Yes, but if you've ever talked to your parents or someone in an older generation than you, it was the thing to send a picture of you, especially a naked picture of you. That was sexting back then, before obviously they had phones and email. And you don't have to go that far if it doesn't make you comfortable, but get creative. What does your partner like? And you can make them the cutest little care package and send it to them. Number 4, sexting and phone sex. These go hand in hand depending what your preference is with your partner, because some people really like sexting and others they like phone sex. And if you really don't know the difference, sexting is through texting, and you will text dirty sayings to them or what you want to do to them, along with pictures as well, if that's your thing. Phone sex is either over maybe a video chat or a phone call, and you say these things over the phone instead. They go hand in hand. It just depends on what you and your partner like better. It's just a personal preference. This is a way to keep the intimacy alive and to keep that sexual attraction going. Number 5, don't make assumptions, just ask. This one is so important because when you're not together, you're long distance, it's really easy to assume what you think they might be doing if they're not reading your messages, if they're not talking back, if they're texting back hours later. Instead of assuming that they might be cheating on you or whatever awful stuff you think might be happening, it could not be happening. So just ask them, and they could honestly have a very simple answer. Moral of the story, just ask. Instead of making yourself spiral and wonder what's going on, just ask them. It will save you a lot of heartache. Number 6, do a virtual date. This one's similar to number 1. I was talking about doing a video call. This one is different in the sense that maybe you might watch a movie movie over, your virtual date. You guys start the movie at the same exact time and you watch it through and you're on video chat together, or you might enjoy a meal over your FaceTime, Zoom, whatever video chat platform you're using. Make it creative, make it suit you and your partner, but do your date like virtually over your video chat. Number 7, invest in your own personal project that you have a passion for. This one is important because you don't want to lose yourself in a relationship, and that can be really easy when you do everything for the other person, focus on doing a lot of activities that are geared towards what they like, and then you lose yourself because you don't do anything that you like. So in a long distance relationship, you can almost reclaim your identity and your authenticity by starting your own project that you've been wanting to do for months, years. This is the time to do that. So whatever that looks for you, I really encourage you to do that personal project that you've been putting on the back burner for so long. Number 8, talk most days. Let's be real. You're probably not going to be able to talk every single day and have an amazing conversation. I even see that with couples that live together. They don't have amazing conversations every single day and they see each other and live with each other. And that's okay. You don't have to have deep and meaningful conversations every single moment that you spend together. When you're long distance, it might be kind of hard depending on your schedules if they don't match up. If one person's working, one's going to school, or whatever it is, and your schedules don't match up, talking at least half the days out of the week and making time to talk on the phone, have a video call, like those are all going to be very important aspects to keep your relationship alive and to make it a priority. Number 9, mail a piece of clothing. So this one is similar to number 3, but this one's kind of sexy. So if you're into like that sexy kind of thing, if you're a woman and you want to send your partner something, mail a pair of your panties. If they're into the whole used panties thing, I would definitely make sure you find that out before just sending a used pair of your underwear. But normally I found that women that just send their regular underwear that's washed, that's clean, and they send that to their partner, it's this like sexy reminder to them. And if you're a man, then you can mail your t-shirt or your boxers to your partner. They can wear, either the top or the bottom, because even as a woman, I've worn my partner's boxers at some point in a couple of my relationships, and it's been PJs to me. So that can be up to you whether you want to mail a t-shirt or your boxers to your partner. If you're a dude, just give that sexy reminder. Number 10, book a flight to visit them. This one may be a little hard just due to COVID, but if you live in the same country, it's going to be a lot easier to travel and to visit them compared to, for example, if one person lives in Canada and the other lives in the US. They're technically different countries, even though they're in the same continent, and traveling restrictions may still be in place, even if you listen to this at whatever point in time. So you can consider this one if it's a viable option for you. If it's really not, and the travel restrictions are just too hard or too strict, then don't feel bad about not being able to do this option. Number 11 is gonna be a little racy in the fact that you could consider an open relationship or a non-monogamous relationship with your partner. This is not going to be for everyone. I've seen certain couples try this and it doesn't work. For some couples, it doesn't even go past the conversation because one person is so, no, I don't want to do that. And then I've seen other couples where it works very well for them. There's been a couple couples that I've known in the military across the world, and with one partner being deployed and gone for most months out of the year, then it has worked for them. But it doesn't work for everyone. I have seen where couples have tried it and it has broken them up. So I'm not saying this is an option for everyone, but it is one of my tips, and hence why it is the very last one, because I know not everyone is going to agree with this. Some people honestly believe that we were made to be monogamous. To each their own. I'm not going to say it's right. I'm not going to say it's wrong. I've seen it work for some couples, but I've also seen it not work for some couples. So it is not a one fit all kind of situation or solution, but it could be an option. It's a conversation worth having if you've been thinking about it. That's all I have for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed these 11 tips to help make your long distance relationship a little easier. I love you so much, and I will see you next time.